This is definitely one of my best secondhand finds of 2024.
Alexis Sunshine 83, it's always sunny here.
Hey Sunshiners, Alexis Sunshine 83 here. Today is a collective thrift haul of things that I had randomly thrifted over the past 7 months, and technically a part 2 to my thrift haul from the beginning of February. Obviously, when I was filming the Thriftmas videos, I was going thrifting a lot, and I didn't control myself and I ended up thrifting quite a lot. That's actually the reason why I have implemented like only thrifting 3 things max rule, because I did go overboard, I will admit it, which is why I had to like break this video up into 2 parts. But all of the pieces I truly love so much, and even just looking at it, like, oh, there's just so many good pieces that I am very excited to share with you all, especially if you have similar style to me. You are gonna be drooling. There's such good stuff. So yeah, grab a coffee, a snack, the tea if you're a tea drinker, which how do you all do it? How do tea drinkers do it? I don't like tea. I don't know why. But grab a tea if that is your fancy. Let's just get into it. I got really lucky with thrifting skirts last year, and honestly, even recently, I don't know what's going on, especially with maxi skirts. I feel those are always really tough to find secondhand because they end up being like a high-low style or a midi length, which is great. There's a time and a place for that. But I was really trying to get into finding more maxis and wearing more maxis, and I definitely did that. The first one is this purple skirt that I thrifted from Savers. It was $4.99. It's kind of this like slinky material. That's the best way I can explain it. It very much reminds me of kind of a 90s maxi skirt, especially with the pattern. I definitely see it with my denim vest or even my black vest. I think would be really, really cute. It doesn't have a brand or anything. Somebody had cut out the tag. I wish technology was so advanced that you could actually touch this right now so you could understand the softness and also stretchiness that it has, because that's definitely a pro in it being very, very comfy. I don't know if I then thrifted this maxi skirt at the same time as that one. I'm pretty sure it was like mid-October, but this velvet maxi skirt was $4.99 originally from the company Tea and Scones. And both of them are very witchy as well. I've talked about that I personally, you know, am not really into like aesthetics and sticking to an aesthetic. I made an entire video on aesthetics if you want to watch that. I will say the whimsy goth aesthetic, especially with how I've seen it in line with 90s fashion, is a style that I do feel very inspired by, and I think both of them could definitely be part of that. The bottom, so it's fully velvet, which amazing, but then the bottom has just the coolest floral black detail, and it's just everything. It also has an elastic waist, very, very comfy. The next few items are all from the Rose Bowl. 3 of them I got when I went with Karina and Natalie like 2 months ago, but this one I got I think in October, and it is these slip shorts. I talked about them in my last video, and I think even in like spring trends I'm loving video. They are lingerie underwear. You know, there's just no other way to say it. I had gotten it in the big bins that are at the Rose Bowl that I always talk about. It was like $5, and I just really liked that they were shorts and they have a little lace detail. They are long as well, so they're kind of like a Bermuda style, which I think is gonna be so great for spring and summer. Probably something that I'm gonna wear more in my like daily life, like going to the grocery store, which I mean, I'm sure some of you would be shaking your heads that I would wear this to the grocery store, but I'm basically using them as just normal shorts, just with a nice little pizzazz of there being lace at the bottom. Another piece from those bins is, oh my gosh, it's a Winnie the Pooh holiday cardigan. If this is not me, like this is me. If you want to create an item of clothing that is me, like this is me. I am just so blown away that I had found it again in those bins. I think it was $10 or $15. I've never seen this before. It just, oh, it's everything. The fit of it, the comfiness. I was actually really sad that I obviously got it during February because now I have to wait all the way until holiday time to be able, I mean, I could rock it. I could still rock it right now if I wanted to. This is definitely one of my best secondhand finds of 2024. I'm still so shocked I found that. And then also that I found these denim shorts. I did not find them in the bins. I found them, I'll put the name on the screen because I've actually bought from this stand a couple of times, and I think they also have like a Depop account, and I want to say these were like $35. I did try them on. There was like a little dressing room, like makeshift dressing room there, and so I tried it on and it was just such a good fit. This is also, okay, maybe these two are like me as clothing. These are just honestly really good denim shorts. Like, of course, having Mickey Mouse on it is a plus, but even just generally with the fit and the length of them is really comfortable and definitely something that I am going to wear a ton this year. Oh, I forgot that this jacket I actually got also in those bins. It was like 10 or 15. I'm pretty sure it was only $10. They have so many leather jackets just like piled high in that palette, and usually I don't even bother, but I was like, let me just dip my toe, well, not dip my toe, dip my little fingers in there, and I found this, which I did technically haul a leather jacket in that thrift haul in February, but this one is like, I'm not even trying to be like, guys, this is so no, it's different. Like I said, I went, I think in February, to the Rose Bowl, and I have worn this every single week since then. My other leather blazer is a little bit more fitted. It's not super tight or anything, but when I then try to wear it with like a crew neck or a sweater, it becomes very bulky and like hard to move. And then my cropped one, I love it, but sometimes I want something a little bit longer, especially if I'm then wearing like a sweatshirt that's a little bit longer. There's reasons. There are reasons, and I have honestly proven to myself that there have been reasons of why I did need this, because I've worn it so much. Technically, you have seen this top before. I wore it in my like favorites video, and it is this plaid. Would it be like a tunic? I don't know. It's just like a loose puff sleeve top, originally from the brand The Great, and I got it at Crossroads, and it was originally, well, what they were selling it for was $32.50, but it was on sale because nobody wanted it, so it was 50% off. I really have been leaning into, I mean, obviously my normal, you know, crop tops, baby tees, little tighter tank tops, that kind of thing, but I have been kind of enjoying more loose tops, especially as we were getting closer to summertime, and just that comfiness aspect. I think it's because I also mentioned in my favorites video, TMI, but I basically had gone on a medication and I like bled for almost 4 months straight. So I also was opting for comfier outfits. If you follow me on Instagram, then you saw this Instagram story, which was this Vans Sandy Lane SpongeBob t-shirt. I posted on there because I was like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen, and so many people DM'd me being like, you better have bought it, and I ended up not getting it. It was so cute, but I just didn't love the fit on me. Maybe I could have cropped it. That could have been a look. Just because it was a small, it was a little bit more like fitted. It was like a women's small, and especially with it being longer, I probably could have cut it, but it's okay. Somebody else probably is very much enjoying it, and I did instead buy this, which is a Snoopy holiday crew neck. Yeah, I tried to stay away from the holiday, you know, crew necks, sweaters, but they find me. And what am I gonna say? No? This is amazing. This is so cool. I did not watch Snoopy. It was the animation called Snoopy, or was it called Peanuts? Were they just called Peanuts? Were the people in the world called Peanuts? I don't know. This was just very like vintagey and fun. It's very worn as well. Like, this has been enjoyed for many years. It has that perfect crew neck worn feel, which is such a weird thing to like. I love a crew neck that has been worn. I know some of you know what I am talking about. There's just a feeling to it because some of these were thrifted in like October, December, and January. They are kind of skewed probably more to a colder climate. I mean, I have some like warmer pieces as well. There's a mix, but this is definitely a little bit more kind of fall winter. I think during springtime, this could definitely still be worn depending on the weather. If I can't wear it now, I will just wait until fall time. This was $18.50. I also got it at Crossroads and it's originally from eWear. I love the fold mock neck. I think that is just a very nice silhouette of neckline, and it's really comfy and amazing, and it's red and it makes me happy. It kind of reminds me of the look, well, not the look, but maybe the type of silhouette that those Lisa Says Ga bow sweaters have, but this one was secondhand. It was only $18 and it is 100% cotton instead of polyester. I definitely splurged on the dress I'm about to show you, and I did because I have loved this dress and so much about it since I first laid eyes on it, probably back in 2021. And I did end up finding this as I like just shaded Lisa Says Ga. Sorry, Lisa Says Ga, love you, kind of. I have a complicated relationship with you and your pieces, but man, did you do the cow print and collar trend well. Love leopard print, cheetah print. That's very much right now in the trend cycle, even though it's a forever like pattern. But cow print looks so good with pastels and colors. Red, I think of my metallic green cowboy boots. Like that is such a 2020, 2021 outfit, and I know a lot of people just absolutely hate that style now because of just how oversaturated and how fast the micro trends were, and just overall so many people got burnt out on it, but I still like it. I still think it's very fun, and I just think about all those pieces that are now just sitting in the thrift store that people won't thrift because it's now considered like outdated. No. If you like it, still wear it. And this was $32.50, but again, because it was something that I have been thinking about literally for 3 years, I'm really happy I got it. I am really happy. For the last thing that I had gotten at Crossroads, it's just this fleece Winnie the Pooh crew neck. I really don't have too much to say about it. I have been wearing it loads ever since I got it. It was $24, which quite pricey, but it's so comfy. It is such a nice fleece material, and I have been on Depop liking so many of this style, so it was great that I was able to actually try it on and like verify the feel and the fit. And yeah, that's about it. This is literally just an at-home chilly day little crew neck, not really for like styling purposes necessarily, just for comfiness. I completely forgot that I did actually get this dress from the Rose Bowl as well. I had gotten it when I did the Rose Bowl thrift with me for Carrie's thrifted mystery box. Yeah, I totally forgot. I should have included it with the other Rose Bowl pieces. But anyway, this was in a $5 pile, just like on a table. It was just a table. Everything was $5. This was only $5. I'm amazed. I'm absolutely amazed. It's originally from the company Fads. It is 100% cotton, and it almost has a little bit of a corduroy feel to it as well. I'm obsessed with it, and I am very, very happy that I own it. I love it so much. Another really great dress is this denim button-up little collar dress. This is such, again, a dream. Both of those dresses. There's so much good stuff in this video. I love them all. But this is originally from the company David Dart. I had gotten this at a Goodwill and it was $12.99. If you remember in the thrift haul from February, I talked about how I had gotten invited in December to a new Savers store opening, and it was with a bunch of other thrifters, and they had given us gift cards. These are the other pieces that I had thrifted during that time, which another maxi skirt. It's originally from Jones, New York, and it was $6.99. This, I have just been so excited for the weather to get warmer so I could wear it. Again, I thrifted it in December, and so I was like, okay, when springtime comes up, this is gonna be the spring dream maxi skirt. This vest I have already worn in a video. I tried to not wear it and wait for when I put it in a haul, but I just couldn't help it. It's originally from the company Rough Hewen. Again, I got it at that Savers, that one. It's the Savers in Long Beach that opened in December, and it's just such a good store. This was $9.99, and it's just this collared denim vest. I really loved the collar detail of it because my other denim vests don't have a collar, and they all kind of fit differently. They seem similar, but they're different. And then this I was quite conflicted about because it's a lot. Talking about 2020, 2021 fashion trends, I have this fuzzy green jacket. It's originally from Delia's, I think, when they had partnered with Dolls Kill. It was $12.99, and it's a lot. It's in your face. I saw it and I was like, wow, this would be a statement. This would be fun. I haven't properly styled it yet. I definitely have been quite intimidated by it, but I am going to style it and I'm going to make it work. When I was holding it up at the thrift store, so many people were coming by and they were like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. You have to get it. And so I was like, okay, well, I have to. I've talked about the influence that other people have, and especially those were all people I knew because they were other thrifters. So I had even more peer pressure. Of course, I personally decided to buy it. Yeah, I just think I need to pair it with some things in my closet and get like a good foundation outfit to wear it. When something's outside of your comfort zone and you're like having a hard time styling it, taking the time to pair different stuff with it and find at least the one outfit that's gonna help you get more comfortable with the jacket, and then in turn style it in different ways, but at least start with that one outfit. I of course have some pieces from ThredUp because I go on there every morning at 6 a.m. when I drink my coffee. It's a bad habit that I should change, but it just brings me so much joy. And I mean, in most cases I don't buy anything, I just heart stuff, which I think they do give people access to your likes, so I will leave that linked down below. This is not sponsored. I paid my own money for these pieces. I just wanted to mention that because I know finding stuff on ThredUp can be quite a journey and very time consuming. So I will do the time for you. The first thing, oh my gosh, I have been searching for a top like this for such a long time, which sounds very silly when you see it because this is just a basic white tank top. I have so many white tops and tank tops, but it very much reminds me of these more vintage tank tops like this that I've seen on Depop that are like $100. It is originally from Urban Outfitters, and it's actually kind of in line with the square tops that I was also talking about in my last video that I've been very into. You can kind of tighten it at the bottom. I don't know if you'll be able to see fully just because of it being white, but you can tighten it a little bit to give it more of like an indent, but I actually like it to be just kind of loose. I love that it's cropped as well, so definitely can wear it just with my jeans, shorts, or with the next one, which is a plaid skirt. I said I've been doing really good with skirts lately. This is originally from the brand Dylan, and it was $30.99. It's amazing. It has a stretchy waist, so it's very comfy. I love the silhouette and the look of it. It is just an absolute dream. There were like a couple years where it was just very difficult to find plaid, and just all of a sudden I have been well, not all of a sudden, obviously this has been like 7 months in the making, but still, even just finding one plaid item is an absolute score. I also had in mind with that skirt and honestly that top that I could then pair these black boots with it. These are originally from 9 & Co, and these were $25.99. They are actually really similar to these black boots that I had gotten from Goodwill 4 years ago that were originally by Skechers, and I loved those things, but they were too big. I had put in inserts to help with the fit of them, and they just still never fit me, so I ended up saying goodbye to them. But I always really loved the silhouette of the boot, and this is basically the carbon copy. I don't know if this company like knocked it off, but I mean, the quality is really, really nice. It's real leather, and they were a tiny bit loose, not as loose as those Skechers, but I did put an insert and now they fit just absolutely amazing. They very much remind me of my Unif Parker boots, but not as platform and not as uncomfortable. I just love a circle toe. Ooh. Oh, it's so good. And then the last thing I got is originally from Forever 21, but when it just had the XX Roman numeral 21 as their like name brand label, which honestly was literally when I was in middle school. So I'm pretty sure that this dress is kind of that old, or maybe 2010s. And I didn't put it together when I saw it on ThredUp. I was like, oh, I really like the bow. That's very cute. It is navy, so I was surprised that I did end up buying it, but I actually really enjoy it, and it does, I didn't mean to like fully do like a sailor, you know, kind of like inspired, because I know a lot of people have been very into these sailor collars, and I put that in a anti-haul that I wasn't gonna get any type of like sailor collar, just because I'm very into my like big collars already, and I'm kind of good with that. So this isn't exactly the same, but it definitely kind of reminds me of it, especially with the bow. It actually really reminds me just of like Sailor Moon, which is sailor, and they do wear sailor collars and all of that. When I had done Jenna's Thriftmas video, I had gone to a Plato's Closet and I found this Kermit shirt, and I couldn't say no. It was $12. I just thought it was very fun. For some reason, my grandpa reminds me of Kermit the Frog. I've said it to my sisters and my mom, and they don't get it, but he just reminds me of Kermit, just the way he talks. And then also my grandma was very Miss Piggy. So in my head, he is Kermit the Frog, and it's just a really cute top in general. This top was discontinued on Urban Outfitters, and I have loved it ever since I saw it, like when it was being sold, and I would just Google and search for it secondhand, and finally, I found it on Poshmark, new with tags. It was originally $49. I did get it for $40, so not that big of a difference in price, but it was secondhand. It still has tags attached, and it's discontinued, so there's no way to buy it at all. So I'm actually quite surprised at that price. It is called the Kimchi Blue Laura Cropped Baby Doll Blouse, for anyone that may be interested in trying to find it secondhand as well, because there were a couple of different ones in like different colors that I saw and different sizes, and everything about this is just my absolute favorite silhouette of style of top. The puff sleeves, I love the little kind of like open strappy back. I love the little ruffles. It's gonna be hard for me not to wear this every single day because it is just the cutest thing ever. The last couple items that I am gonna be showing, I got during the Savers 40% off everything sale, I think last weekend. And the reason why I went originally was to return that plaid two-piece set that I got in my last thrift with me. I knew that they were having the 40% off sale, so I was like, if there's any time to do this, it is now. And I ended up exchanging it with these things. I did end up having to spend, because I think it was like an extra like $20 that it didn't cover, that then I did pay. The first thing we will show is this tank top, originally from Forever 21. This, I was so surprised, is 100% cotton. I feel that really makes a difference in the comfortability of this top. Usually things like this are made with polyester or even like viscose, and I find it already, it's not that it's itchy, it's just, you know, a feeling. It's this like ruche shearing type of detailing that you can just feel it a little bit more on your skin, but I don't love that feeling, but I love these types of tops. Because it is made with cotton though, it's so much more comfortable and doesn't feel as itchy. It was originally $8.49, so I'm not gonna do the math. You can do it if you would like. This may be a polarizing piece because it definitely is. It's pajamas. I am just obsessed with these sleeves. I have a piece very similar to this that's in white, and I love that thing. I used to actually have one very similar to this in this color that was a little bit longer, but I ended up giving it to Kathleen in her thrift mystery box, and there's been a hole in my heart for another one. I am embarrassed to tell you that it was supposed to be $40. The Savers I went to was very pricey in general. It's like always been pricey ever since I first went to it back in 2019, but it's $40. It's a little bit much. I did get 40% off. If it wasn't 40% off, then I definitely would not have bought it. This one I believe was $4, and I wasn't going to originally show it because I just thrifted it to work out in, and then I wore it also in my last video with some denim shorts just to show off my like chiffon button-ups, and I fell in love with it wearing it casually, and it really reminded me of these tops that were sold by American Apparel back in 2014 that I love so much. It was like the silhouette of them and the comfiness. Even though I talked about how in the summertime it can be too hot to tuck in my tops, this is quite lightweight, and I will push through the sweatiness to wear this and like tuck it in. I thought about cropping it, but I actually really like being able to tuck it in and then like take out some fabric and like just make it more customized and make it look how I want it to look. It's just from Gildan. It's just like a white tank. Literally there's nothing exciting about it, but that non-exciting factor is what I love about it. And the last thing I ended up getting is actually right over there. It's a Winnie the Pooh artwork piece, and I was so conflicted about this. I ended up putting up a poll on my Instagram asking for people to help me in deciding to get it or not. It was originally supposed to be $12, but again, I got 40% off of it, and it says the many seasons of Winnie the Pooh, and then has different photos of Winnie the Pooh and his friends in different seasons. Wherever we end up moving next, I really want to decorate more with artwork on the walls. I've been a little bit scared here. I mean, I still have some artwork up, but most of it is just with like blue tack, whereas like that one, it's like a heavy painting, so I would need to put in a nail. And where we move next, I definitely want to do more of that and do like a gallery wall, and so it was more for that, but also is Winnie the Pooh. Alrighty, we made it to the end. Thank you all so much for watching. If you would like to see my face again, or especially these pieces styled in future outfit videos, then make sure to subscribe right down below and hit that little bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which is alexsunshine83. I will see you in my next video, and I hope you have a super sunny day. Bye!